Part 43. Walking is good for our health. Some people enjoy walking their dog. A lead is used to control a dog. Being able to control people can also be good for our health. But we don't need a lead. Taking the attacker for a walk can be used to take them away from a risky situation. It can be a tool to use with several attackers trying to get you by blocking their path. It can be used for several things. It looks like the technique in part 42, but the difference is that he doesn't fall. He's not as tense, and I have held him while in motion. Please watch part 42 to learn more about this. As the attacker punches towards my head, I block by raising my arm to guide it past and above my head. I then use my right arm to weave under his arm behind his elbow. Here, I bend his arm back and hold it with my hand. This allows me to take him for a walk. If you have watched some of the other videos in the series, you'll know that's not all that's going on here. So let's see that again in more detail. Here, when he goes to hit me, unlike in part 42, I do not hurt his wrist bone, so he will not be as tense. If they are tense, this will not work the way it's intended. Instead, I guide the arm past and above my head. If he pulls his shoulder back, I would expect him to hit me in the face with his other arm. I use my left arm to block his punch. If we take a closer look, you can see the position of my hand with my palm facing his face. As you see, my other arm is ready to block the punch from his other arm. In this situation, a block that completely stops his motion will engage their shoulders to react, and one can expect another punch towards the face. Here, I'm guiding it past my head, allowing the motion to continue so the shoulders don't react. It's vitally important at this stage to capture the arm. If the arm is not caught, you can surely expect a damaged face or worse. To capture the arm, I use a pivot motion to raise his arm just above my head. My other arm shoots up behind his arm. As you see here, my hand is brought back towards me by hooking it around his elbow joint, locking it, while my other arm is still in contact. I now use the arm that I blocked with to lever as the other is used to pivot. At this point, I release my left arm and hold it with my right. I lower my arm to lock his back. Too much and he will fall. What we want here is to create a very localized tension in his back while leaving the rest of his body free. The correct balance of tension, helplessness, and calmness must be stowed in them to make this work the right way. Here we see how he has no choice but to be led by me. Finally, as in part 42, my thumb is placed on my index finger to lock my hand. It's practically impossible to escape. A simple pivot of my arm can disassemble the upper body if required, and it is this which should be regulated to keep the attacker at ease as they are walked or led. When learning such a skill, a person must have patience. Any one of these steps done incorrectly or out of tune with the attacker's physical motions and internal processes will result in a broken face, as they will punch again. Just remember, an attacker will do anything they can to hurt their proposed victim, so we cannot expect anything less. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, consider subscribing, leave a comment, and if you know someone that can find this useful, please share it with them. Until next time, when life does not obey our desires of a better future, we must take the lead and walk towards our dreams.